breaking news alert.
Breaking tonight at 6, we have reports of multiple shots fired at a West Columbus rec center. Police and paramedics are on the scene right now at Glenwood Community Center.
We do know that Glenwood Community Center has been identified as one of the cooling centers in our central Ohio area as we deal with these incredibly hot temperatures. So again, we are hearing these reports of shots fired at Glenwood Community Rec Center. At this hour, we have crews working to get you more information. We're going to take you live there as soon as we have more information.
Back to our breaking news now. Reports of multiple shots fired at a West Columbus rec center.
Police and paramedics are on the scene right now at Glenwood Community Center, one of the city's identified cooling centers where they've been sending people all day. Our Kate Seifert just got to the scene. So Kate, what can you tell us about what you're seeing right now?
Well, Stacia, our team just got on the scene probably about five minutes ago, and I'm going to step aside so you can take a look and see what's happening behind me. So we just spoke to a witness who told us if you look beyond this car that's trying to pull out of the parking lot, there's some red tape. That red tape over there is where a witness told me an argument was ensuing, and that's where they heard shots fired. Right now, reports of shots fired at the Glenwood Community Rec Center, as Stacia mentioned. This is one of the many cooling centers that's around the city of Columbus right now for people dealing with their power outages, not having AC. You can see several police cruisers over here. We haven't had the chance to talk to Columbus police officials yet. As soon as we do, as soon as we learn any new information about what's happening here at the Glenwood Community Rec Center, we will of course relay that information to you. But for now, live on your side, I'm Kate Seifert, ABC 6 News.
The live pictures outside of Glenwood Community Center in West Columbus. We're hearing multiple shots have been fired. We have crews on the scene working hard to get information. Among them, Rodney Dunnigan. Rodney, you've been talking with witnesses?
I swear to God, my heart was so hurt.
Bob, I am. Obviously, you can see a father right here with his daughter shaking, just going through this.
I love you so much. I miss you. I'm so sorry. I would never send you to summer camp, baby. I promise. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry you had to see it. I swear to God, I'm sorry. I thought this was supposed to be a summer, you having fun, and baby, the second day, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't live without you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not going back. You're not going back. I swear to God, you're not going back. You're not going back. I promise.
Sir, I know emotions are high right now. Literally, you were just reunited with your daughter 5 minutes ago. Just your thought, hearing about something like this.
Man, I was scared to death. They said two little girls got shot, and I only got one. I swear to God, this is my only baby in the world. It took me 38 years to get this. 2 days in the summer camp, and somebody's getting killed. Yeah, it hurt my heart. Yes, I prayed all the way here. I'm so sorry. You'll never go back to summer camp.
When you saw her walk out of those doors and she ran to you,
so relieved. It wasn't her. I'm sorry for the people that got hurt. I swear I am. But I'm so glad it wasn't her. Jesus, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And just quickly, we're hearing early information from witnesses. We have not gotten this confirmed from police, but witnesses are telling us that 2 young girls were shot. One fatally shot. The other was rushed to the hospital. When you heard that those 2 girls.
I just heard 2 girls. That's all I know. It was 2 girls. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that my daughter went to that campus. She was at that pool. And that's all I wanted to see was her pretty face again. I swear to God, I'm so sorry. I swear I never seen you to camp.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you talking to us. I know it's a very difficult time, and
I'm so sorry.
glad that your daughter's fine.
Oh, God, thank you.
Again, Bob and Stacia, pretty hectic situation here. Families reuniting with children. Again, we're getting early word, no confirmation from police just yet. We haven't talked to them, but witnesses telling us that 1 young girl was killed here, another shot, rushed to the hospital. Again, we'll continue to gather as much information as we can, and we will bring you that. And again, those emotional moments with the father there, seeing his daughter run out just 5 minutes ago. Very hectic scene here, but again, at least we have one happy reunion for a very sad afternoon here in the Hilltop. Guys, back to you.
All right, Rodney, that was a collective arrow through our hearts here, hearing that father with his daughter there.
ABC 6 News at 11 starts with this breaking news alert.
Tonight, gunfire breaks out at a cooling center on the city's west side. Kids at camp witnessing the horror. parents also overcome by grief and city leaders fed up.
We cannot stand idly by and think that this is okay or accept this is our new normal. It is not. This is not Columbus. This is not who we are. And we have to make the commitment that we will stop the violence, put down these guns. Fights don't have to end with gunshots.
Tonight, we're bringing you live team coverage of this deadly shooting in an area where so many had gathered to escape the heat and power outages much of the city has been dealing with.
New information about the shooting continues to trickle in. We've been working very diligently all night to get all of the latest developments. And our Kate Seifert, who was on that scene just minutes after the shooting, is here with the latest update. Kate?
Well, Bob, Stacia, as you mentioned, that community center was a place for people to go find relief today if they lost their electricity and didn't have AC. It was also the location for a kids' summer camp. And now, unfortunately, it is the scene of a deadly tragedy.
This is supposed to be a place where people can enjoy themselves. It's hot, and so tempers, we got to leave that at home.
2 people were shot in the parking lot of the Glenwood Community Rec Center on Wednesday. Then officials tell us they followed a trail of blood and found a 3rd victim about 2 blocks away along Wrexham Road. The female victim was killed. The other 2 victims, a male and female, are in the hospital. One is in serious condition, the other unstable.
Tragically, when people arguments turn into violence, violence turn into using weapons, this is what you have.
Police say they don't have a suspect in custody, and there is a possibility of multiple suspects involved. Wednesday's shooting, the 4th deadly shooting at a Columbus park this year. Police have had extra patrols in parks following the recent violence, but Assistant Chief Potts says officers can't be everywhere.
We're going to put officers in the locations that we can. Unfortunately, we cannot be everywhere. And so what we're asking the public is to just use common sense. Don't use guns to solve your problems.
Now, CPD officials told us we can expect to learn some more information early tomorrow morning and afternoon. Once we learn new details, we will, of course, relay that information to you. Live on your side outside CPD headquarters, I'm Kate from ABC 6 News.
Kate, thank you. Rodney Dunnigan joining us now in studio after being on scene earlier today. Rodney, a tense, heartbreaking afternoon for parents rushing to the scene. I know you spoke with several of them and you heard the same thing over and over. Not again.
Not again. Simply heartbreaking, and a lot of families and also those parents upset about this, and they're saying they're tired of the violence in this community. Tonight telling me enough is enough. Once again, a kid killed at a place where they should have been safe.
It's done. You're not going back. I swear, I love you. I mean it.
A Ralph Tucker holding his young daughter Elizabeth tight. Her 2nd day of summer camp ending in a deadly shooting.
I couldn't live without you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not going back. You're not going back.
Tucker actually apologizing for putting her in danger at a place she should have been safe.
I love you. I'm sorry you had to see it. I swear to God, I'm sorry.
One by one, children scared, running from the Glenwood Community Center into their parents' arms. Families rocked by the violence.
The next thing, she heard the shots, seen one girl dead and gave the other girl compressions, and then the ambulance and them came.
Witnesses with the same thought. Not again. Another child shot to death at a park they thought was a safe haven.
It's unfortunate that, for someone that's coming to work myself, you walk into this seeing, the caution tape, you seeing the cameras out here, you see the community out here. It's just unfortunate.
The group Mothers of Murdered Columbus Children showing up at the scene to support one of their own, a mom who's already lost one child to violence, now dealing with the shooting of her daughter.
Enough is just enough. We can't take anymore. Too many moms losing their babies. It's just wrong.
Tucker thankful his daughter is safe, shaken by what could have been.
I'm so happy, so relieved. It wasn't her. I'm sorry for the people that got hurt. I swear I am. But I'm so glad it wasn't her. Jesus, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And Stacia, as you can imagine, many of the families I spoke with today tell me they cannot imagine taking their kids back to that park.
So, Rodney, I think the big question any parent has tonight, where is safe?
Stacia, you know that's a good question. At this point, no parents, nobody with the mayor's office, police, they simply cannot answer that question. In fact, I was just with the mayor this afternoon, and he was urging people to go to those community centers, those rec centers, the swimming pools around the city to simply cool off and go for a safe place. And obviously, you see from today's events, nowhere seems to be safe.
Rodney, thank you. We looked into public places where there have been shootings this year. Take a look. This map is just since April 23rd, and the red dots are city parks. There are 2 at Wineland Park. One of the blue dots is the deadly shooting inside Tuttle Mall on Sunday. Bob?
Well, Stacia, our team also was asking city leaders questions about safety in Columbus today, and investigator Haley Nelson was at the scene asking those questions tonight. She joins us live downtown. What are they saying, Haley?
Bob, they say, of course, this is unacceptable, and I followed up with questions about safety in our city, particularly are city parks and rec centers safe? And keep in mind, these are places the city has invested millions of dollars in. I talked with City Council President Shannon Hardin. He tells me council members were actually out at different cooling centers, at different rec centers, checking on people in the heat today.
To be at one of our pools and get a call about this pool and this incident where a young person has lost their lives, it frustrates me more than I can put into words.
Columbus City Council President Shannon Hardin talking to families and community members on the scene of the deadly shooting at the Glenwood Community Center, visibly upset. I asked if he would speak with us.
We as a community can't stand for it. We have to look ourselves in the mirror and really decide, is this who we are? I do not believe it is. We need to continue to come together, because most of the day what I saw was people looking out for one another.
We saw kids running to be reunited with families. Quite a few of them, plus some adult witnesses, were ushered inside the center to be interviewed by police after the violence. In August 2021, I talked to the mayor at the center, the city announcing $13 million to renovate the center's pool facilities, as well as one in Linden, encouraging people to use these spaces. I asked the mayor's team about that project. I'm told design of the Glenwood pool is complete, construction to begin after Labor Day. The goal is to have it complete by next summer.
August last year, I believe the city announced $13 million to renovate this pool as well as one in Linden. And there's a big message from the city. Come to our rec centers, come to our beautiful parks, and a lot of this violence happens at rec centers and parks. Can people feel safe? Can more be done to keep people safe at these places?
Safety is our top priority. We will never stop resting until we'll never rest until everybody feels safe in every place, especially a park where young people gather. That's why this is so unthinkable. That folks would settle disputes or have whatever have you with gunfire. Tomorrow we have one more hot day before we think the weather breaks. We will have security at the cooling stations so that folks can get that respite from the heat from their house. But this is unacceptable.
Yeah, again, to highlight that, Council President Hardin telling me that there will be security at cooling centers tomorrow. To point out, I did ask a sergeant on the scene of the shooting. He says there was not an officer at Glenwood at the time of this exact shooting. But Hardin is telling me he takes this personally, and he says Columbus is safe. It has to be safe. During all this, I also reached out to the mayor's team. They sent me a statement, and I want to read you part of what he's saying tonight. Quote, I beg the community to help us solve this homicide and provide information to stop the next one before it happens. And I, along with other leaders, will continue to fight for common sense gun legislation to keep illegal guns out of our city. And you can read the full statement from the mayor. See more of our conversation with Council President Hardin on our website. Live on your side outside of Columbus City Hall, I'm Haley Nelson.